everyone. Welcome to another episode of Saying It With Sara. I swear we're almost done. I hope we're all having a wonderful morning, and we have a special guest in Rachel Jarry today. Which probably would have surprised a few people, to be honest. Yes, my brother Mark did do very well last night, and go the Cats. That's the most important thing this week. Come on, Geelong. If you haven't heard, the hub in Queensland. So we are off to Queensland at the end of October, which is pretty exciting. Just wrapped that there's a season going ahead, to be honest. Just absolutely wrapped that we get to play 3 or 4 games a week, maybe. Hi, Rach.
Oh, apologies for the delay. I don't know why it wasn't coming up.
That's totally fine. I'm great at rambling on by myself for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I knew you'd be fine, but I was like...
How's your morning been?
About it, and I said I knew how to do it, and I just didn't know.
It's okay. I know. Trust me. Instagram gets ahead of us sometimes. We thought we were tech savvy, and then it just boomed. We just don't understand sometimes.
I know. What the hell?
Have you had a good morning?
I have. I've just been up for a walk, just having coffee now, and
Yeah, nice.
couldn't be better.
Yeah, because you're quite an early riser, aren't you? I hear.
I am normally, although I slept until about 8:30 today, which is like quite a sleep in for me. Yeah.
That's huge, because you're normally up at what, in the 5s, 6s?
Yeah, usually. Just depends.
Oh, that's brutal. So we'll just get straight into it because we've had that 5-minute delay, Rachel. No.
Sorry.
So for people that do not know, Rachel is actually juggling being a police officer and basketball all at the same time. The other week, not this week just gone, but the other week before that, you were on night shift for the whole time. How are you feeling after that week, and have you caught up on your sleep?
I have caught up, but I think that's probably why I've been sleeping in a little bit more. So yeah, I feel I'm back to human now. I think it took till about Wednesday, but feeling normal now.
Yeah, I think it was Beck Pizzy that caught you napping in your car before training. Poor thing. But it's good. You've got an excuse. Every time you screw up in training, you just go night shift.
Yeah, that drill, that was airborne it like 5 times, but yeah.
So tell us how you decided that being a cop was for you.
Yeah, I guess getting older, and I've obviously had my struggles with injuries, and just looking at my career post basketball, and yeah, that's just something that I always wanted to do. And just the more I thought about it, the more I thought that it was a career that I could help people. And I understand this year there's probably been a bit of controversy around policing in general, but I really feel passionate about trying to help people in the community in that sense. So yeah, I'm obviously very new to the career, but loving it so far.
Yeah, I think it suits you perfectly too, because it's such an active job as well. And we've heard some of your running stories that you've shared with us. So what are the responsibilities that are required of you being so fresh out of the academy?
I guess basically, like, I don't really know that much. So just taking everything in, learning from people who have been around for so long. I guess kind of just like being a rookie in basketball, like you just have to learn off the experienced people. And it's, kind of being a veteran in basketball and then being a like rookie in my other careers, a bit different, but I am enjoying it. And there's just so much to learn. There's so many different avenues within Victoria Police. So yeah, just kind of trying to soak it all in. But obviously I'm general duty, so out on the road most days and that kind of thing. So yeah, you definitely see some interesting things.
Yeah, that's for sure. So people may be a little bit shocked to hear that you're actually back in the WNBL this season, because I know that, yeah, throughout your career, you've been battling with ongoing knee issues and, of course, your concussions. Touch wood, wherever that is. There we go. Yeah. So you had a whole year off, was it? Or WNBL season off?
Yeah, I had last WNBL off, but that wasn't really for injuries. That was just for my mental sanity.
Yeah.
But like prior to that, before I last played with Dandenong, I had 6 months off with concussion issues, but was cleared of all of that and haven't had any issues since. I played Seagull season, WNBL and NBL one all back to back, and had no real knee or concussion issues. So I guess I've kind of learned how to listen to my body, and if I need a break from training or that kind of thing, or if I know I am struggling, I think I'm better at kind of saying something now. And I think you'd probably agree with like something that you're learning as well and you're getting better at. But yeah, like the knee stuff, that's just going to be there forever. But
yeah,
you know, what do you do?
That's it. And you're right. I think as we get older, we start getting smarter. And it's like, we need to have a day off today.
Yes. And not feel guilty about it. You just go, yeah,
No,
that's what I need.
that's exactly right. So how many times have you actually been concussed? Is it 8 times now?
Yeah, I think it is 8. I had like a couple of clusters of like 3 within the space of a really short time. So that my latest one when I was playing with Canberra, I had 3 within about 6 weeks. So that was when I had to have 6 months off. I wasn't really suffering any like long-term symptoms, but it was just kind of explained to me that concussion can be like a bruise or a corky on your head, and like the more you keep hitting the bruise, the more it's going to stay bruised and be easily hurt. So once I had that time off, yeah, I was fine when I came back, and I had to do like all these, like I saw like this specialist physio who deals with like a lot of AFL players, and she gave me like this laser that you put on your head, and you have to like draw things on the wall to like learn, I don't know, net control or some other stuff. So it was interesting, but yeah, I think I'm kind of over that now, hopefully, touch wood, but obviously want to keep my head protected as much as I can.
Yeah, that's it. And I feel bad talking about this because of the whole touch wood situation. You don't want to throw it out in the universe. But I just find this topic super interesting, and obviously because you've been through it too. Do you find that coming into the WNBL season, you have any anxiousness about potentially like getting hit again? Is that something that ever goes through your mind, or are you just like, nah, out of mind completely?
I think it's out of mind now. I remember when I first came back from that 6 months off, I was playing Seagull for Sandringham, and one of like my first games back, I like dived for a ball, and a girl from the other team did the same thing, and we like, I don't know if she clashed her knee on my head or something, and I was just like, oh my god, am I okay? And like I was fine, and I had a little cut on my head and stuff, but I was fine. And after that, I was like, okay, obviously I don't want to be putting my head in that situation, but I can still, you know, get an accidental hit and be okay. So I think that was kind of the turning point where I was like, okay, I think I should be fine. Yeah, so just those little ones. Obviously, if something bad happened, I'll deal with it then. But yeah, it's not nice, but what can you do? I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, exactly right. And like you said, don't think about it. When the time comes, deal with it then.
Yeah, exactly. Tomorrow
So,
problem.
yeah, you're looking great out on the training court. How are you finding preseason so far with the Flyers?
Yeah, I'm loving it. Just loving being back in a team environment. Obviously, this year's been so hard for everyone, especially here in Melbourne, locked in our houses. So it's just been good to get out on court. And yeah, I'm just getting used to everything, all the offenses and all the girls. And obviously, I've played with pretty much everyone before, I think. So that's kind of been nice to get back into that flow. And yeah, just loving it so far. Can't wait for the season to start.
So how did signing with us come about? Like, were you just like, yeah, this is the team that I want to be with, or did Cheryl approach you, or how did that come about?
Yeah, I was talking to my manager and we were kind of having the discussion. I said, I'm keen to play this season, but obviously with my job, I need to be in Victoria. And then I was obviously that kind of narrows down the teams anyway. And in my mind, I was like thinking Southside and just going through like the team and just knowing the role I wanted to play. Like I didn't want to come out and be like try and get a starting role or anything like that. I just want to kind of play my role, particularly if I'm working full time at the same time. And Cheryl and I chatted on the phone and she was, "Are you sure you want to, take a backup role?" And I'm like, "Yes, I really do." And we sat down for coffee with Snelly as well and had a chat and just decided it would be perfect. So I didn't even really chat to any other teams, I don't think. Just signed pretty much there and then, and it was all go from there. Obviously didn't expect that the season will be going ahead in a hub, which is having its challenges, but excited to be on board anyway.
Yeah, exactly right. A bit of a surprise attack for you, working full time, and then, hey, do you want to go to Queensland for 2 months as well while you're at it? But that's it. How are you finding juggling both basketball and I guess your professional career as well right now?
Yeah, it's difficult, but I'm pretty organized, so it hasn't been too bad. And like there's not much you can do in Melbourne at the moment, and I live alone, so it's nice to kind of just always be out of the house with other people. So it's actually not been that hard for me. Yeah, so and then once we go away to the harbour, we'll just be full-time basketball, which is nice. And it'll kind of be a little break from work, which is good, and some sunshine and that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to that. I think like the whole season might have been tough combining both, but yeah, I guess silver linings of coronavirus.
Yeah, kind of worked out well, and now we can go and work on our tans a little bit up in Townsville.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so pale. I had to put some bronzer on.
Oh, so like we said, the announcement of the WNBA season this year, obviously up in Queensland, we're in a hub for about 2 months. What are the necessities that you will be putting in your bag?
Oh my God. Well, I was thinking like I need a blender because I live on like smoothies and stuff. So I'm gonna have to think of that. Some definite noise cancelling headphones. I like my own time. And 8 weeks with like the whole team, that's gonna be a lot. So I just need my own time. Leave me alone now for half an hour. Yeah, that's really it. Just some bikinis.
Yeah.
Yeah, just embrace the warm, humid weather up there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, a few of us were talking about potentially buying a NutriBullet or, I guess a cheaper version.
Yes,
but
Kelly. Kelly said she's
oh, there you go. But we were talking about a coffee machine. That has to come up with us.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, I do live on my coffee machine. I know, but yeah, I don't know. Then support like local business, buying a coffee every day. But yeah, I would like my own coffee machine too.
Yeah,
Surely
exactly right. And that's it. Like Steph and I were talking about, because it's like we're living up there now, you have to start fresh. So you have to do, your $100 shop of buying salt and pepper and oil. And it's like, I just can't handle this right now.
No, I know. It's so hard. And it's like so long away. Oh, yeah.
Gosh. We'll work it out as we go, that's for sure. So what are your thoughts on, I guess, tournament style play that it's looking like? Potentially 3-4 games a week, limited trainings, like thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's going to be tough for sure. But as players, we obviously love playing. So it's kind of good, like less training and that kind of thing. Obviously, touch wood, injuries are going to probably be a factor in this season, particularly when you look at the WNBA and the amount of injuries at times that there were in teams over there. So having a really deep team is going to be crucial, and I think we've got that, which is awesome. So yeah, it'll just be really a lot about recovery, and mentally preparing for each game rather than being able to kind of train to prepare. Having a smart team is going to be good, and I think we've got that as well. So I'm excited for how we're going to embrace it together. And it's just, it's going to be challenging. You look, the AFL guys that have done it this year, the WNBA girls, NBA guys, like, yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's going to be something we'll look back on, I reckon. It's pretty special.
Yeah, that's it. One experience. But like you said, depth, absolutely. And I think we're really fortunate where our bench players could pretty much be starters in any other team. So,
Yeah,
not to
absolutely.
talk ourselves up much, but you know.
I could just start in every other team, guys.
Yeah. Yes, you could, Rachel. Don't worry. Okay, shoes that we're rocking with this season.
I've got some Kyrie sixes that I've just pulled out. So they're black in colour with a bit of like teal through them. So hopefully they'll last me the whole season. But I might have to like switch it up halfway. We'll see.
Yeah, that's it. Everyone's just rocking the little bit of teal in their shoes too. It's just quite nice. All right, a little bit more serious. So you got drafted for the WNBA at the age of 20. Is that right? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Big achievement. How was your WNBA experience in heading overseas at such a young age?
Yeah, well, I loved it. I waited a couple of years. So I definitely got drafted a lot thanks to Liz, because that was the year she was getting drafted. So a lot of the teams were watching her games and we played together. So shout out for Lizzie for getting me, helping me get drafted over there.
Yeah.
So I think I headed over when I was 21, just after the London Olympics. And yeah, I loved it. Like, the girls in that team were amazing. Pretty much there was probably 4 girls that could have started for Team USA. And, you know, they never made me feel like an outsider or anything like that. It was just such a good team culture, which is something I was kind of scared about going over there. You know, there's sort of like a reputation that Americans would be real like selfish or into themselves.
Yeah.
And, you know, some of them have like really out there personalities, but they just wanted to win as a team. And I just found that awesome and just loved being like the random Aussie chick that they all laughed at often. They couldn't understand what I was saying. But yeah, I loved it. And obviously winning a championship was amazing. But we used to have like this dance before every game that we did. And I think like early in the season, we had all the rookies had to perform a dance, and I did Home Amongst the Gum Trees. And
so great.
And like, obviously you do like the kangaroo movement in that. So then they do this dance before the game, which is obviously really like coordinated, and they were actually good at it. And then they made me like jump into the circle and do my kangaroo hop in the middle of it.
Was that before every game?
Yeah.
Cameras on you and everything. You're just in the middle of the huddle.
Yes.
Like, what am I doing?
Oh my God, so good.
No, that's so great to hear though. And you're exactly right. I guess there is a little bit of stigma that it's quite selfish over there and all that. So to hear that you went to a good team and they all looked after you and made you dance in front of them was great.
Yeah, I know, it was so good. Yeah, injuries kind of prevented me from really getting another good crack at it, which is unfortunate. But yeah, like made friends for life out of that team, and yeah.
And that's really it, girl. And you won a championship ring, right? Do you still have that?
I do, yeah. It's in a safe at my parents' house because my mum doesn't trust me not to lose me.
Because it's got diamonds on it, doesn't it? Or like Swarovskis or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your mum doesn't trust you, so she puts it in the safe. Oh, that's so great. So any skills or tips that you picked up on court over in America that you found that you've brought back to Australia with you?
I think really like the thing that I learned over there was that next level physicality and speed. And it's probably like not something you can really, I mean, you can bring it over. I'm obviously a pretty physical player when I can be, but I think just that relentlessness that a lot of them play with and that athleticism, yeah, it's just something. So I was distracted by a comment there.
Oh,
Jesse, you're an idiot. Yeah, so that's a big thing. I think they play a real different style than we do. It's a lot of like, as a wing player, you do spend a lot of time in the corner shooting corner threes, which I ended up getting pretty good at. But it's not like, a lot of their players aren't so inclusive of all players, where I feel like in Australia we kind of do a better job of everyone getting involved, and I think that makes we have like more threats throughout a whole team, whereas they'll really rely on their quality players and their strengths, which is not always a bad thing. Like, we relied on our strengths and it worked a lot of the time. So yeah, I think just taking bits and pieces from every team I've played with.
yeah, that's it for sure. So I feel like with basketball, we've all been to obviously many countries. What's been your favorite so far, and what's been the weirdest food that you've ever eaten overseas?
Oh God.
Oh, your sister.
Yeah.
Can you show us the kangaroo dance?
Oh, favorite country is so hard. I think France. I lived there for a season and I loved it. You know, it's just such a beautiful country. I lived in the south of France and on the beach, so that was beautiful. And the weirdest food is also from France, and it's foie gras. I don't know how to say it properly. Foie gras. It's disgusting, and it is duck liver, and it's, the way they make it is so inhumane. And I tried the tiniest bit of it, and it was disgusting. And I don't know why French people love it so.
Yeah, that's it's corn fed, right? Ducks are corn fed. Is that how they
Yeah,
make it? I think.
they're force fed so that
Yeah.
their livers get really fat,
Oh,
so that people can eat it. So they're like basically forced to have fatty liver disease. It's so bad.
just so
It's
we
not
can have a
even like,
tasty
even for
treat.
the average human, it's like too much animal torture for me.
Oh, that's no good.
What's with the green door? That's my door, mate. It's my front
Oh,
door. Leave me alone.
these comments are going wild right now. So, best basketball experience that you've ever had, or the greatest story that you would like to share with us?
Yeah, I was thinking about this because obviously, like, I've got like some amazing times, but I think one of like the stupidest stories that happened to me. I don't think you were on this tour, but it was for Opals. We went on like a European tour, and we left Australia and landed in the Czech Republic. And I literally got through customs, went to the toilet, we went to the hotel, and then I'm like, oh my God, where's my passport? Could not find my passport after we just landed in the Czech Republic, and I had to go to like Tamara, who was our team manager, and be like, I can't find my passport. I don't know where it's gone. So she's like looking through my bag everywhere, can't find it. So anyway, we had to go to, I think, like the consulate in the Czech Republic. So there's no embassy. So I had to go to the consulate and ask for permission to drive to Austria, which was a 5-hour drive, to get a new passport. So we had to do that, had to drive 5 hours the next day to Austria while everyone got to go sightseeing, and me and Tamara like in like a random car. Got an emergency passport, which I had to use for the rest of the trip. And like, if anyone's had an emergency passport, they're really like weird looking. So every time through customs, I got stopped for extra long to like check what it was. And from then on in, I don't know if it's still going on, but from then on in, like every time we landed somewhere, that Tamara would collect everyone's passport straight away.
You're responsible for that.
So you can understand why my mum puts things in safes now. Like, that was my like 5th passport in 5 years. Like, I lost so many passports.
My gosh, Rachel.
And they get more expensive every time. It's not good.
Oh, that would have just been a heart-dropping moment for you, though.
Well, and you're like so jet lagged, and you're like, this is the last thing I can deal with, you know?
Yeah. Jeez, I wonder where it went. Toilet, probably. Somewhere in the bathroom.
I must have put it down in the toilet, and then someone's picked it up because we obviously went back to the airport to check, but no one had found it or handed it in. There's just someone like, running around on a fake Rachel Jarry passport somewhere.
Oh, brutal. Oh my God. All right. We'll go into our little quick fire segment. Quick questions, quick answers back. Rachel, here we go. How long have you been playing basketball for?
Since I was 5.
Any other sports growing up?
I played netball pretty seriously, and then just every other sport you can play at school, pretty much.
Favorite AFL team?
Sayin It.
They're out though, aren't they? Describe yourself in 3 words.
Ambitious, loyal, reliable. Although my family would say sweet but psycho.
Sweet but psycho. And forgetful.
Yeah.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Favorite animal besides the stock standard pet?
Elephant.
What subjects were you good at school?
Maths, chemistry, physics. Nerd.
Oh, intelligent. There you go. Normally everyone's answer is like PE. Favorite music?
I do like all music. Like I went through my Spotify and there's like emo throwbacks and then there's bad bitch playlist. Like, so I'm when I say everything, I honestly like everything, but probably like R&B or stuff if I had to choose.
Yeah. Favorite food?
Mexican.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Hot chips or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Smoothie juice order?
Oh, like a mango with maybe some spinach in there. Basic.
Favorite season?
What was that? I missed it.
Winter, summer, spring, or autumn? Yeah.
Summer.
Yeah. Your perfect holiday would look like?
Me, a beach, a cocktail, and maybe like something to explore, like a rainforest or something. I don't know.
If you weren't a basketball player or a cop, you would be?
I don't know. I think I wanted to be a doctor when I was growing up. So maybe something like that, or like a midwife or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Your superpower would be?
Read minds.
Why would you want that?
I just want to know things. I don't care.
Now I'm nervous. Gosh, imagine you just having that power and looking at us. I would be like, oh, don't think about anything. Game day rituals.
I gave up on them in case you can't do them. And then, yeah, so I feel like my superstition is to have no rituals, no superstitions.
That's good because it just causes you too much stress.
Yeah, if you can't get it done. Like I used to want to be the first person to arrive at the game. And then like everyone just started getting earlier and earlier. And then I'm like, I'm not coming to the game 5 hours early. Just to forget that.
And that's it, because both Jenna and Steph have been like arrive early to shoot around before anyone gets out in court, so you'd be competing with them.
Yeah, Jenna was the person who made me give that up, I'm pretty sure, because she always gets there so early.
Wine of choice?
Shiraz. I'm drinking this specific one at the moment. We're a Church Block Cabernet Shiraz. Really good. Try it out.
Nice. Most famous person you've ever met?
I don't know. Liz Cambridge.
Love. If you could date a celebrity, who would it be?
I was going to say Chris Pratt, but I've since learned he's apparently a Trump supporter and obviously no deal. So I don't know, maybe Liam Hemsworth. I feel like that's achievable. He's Australian. He barracks for the Bulldogs. I can see Whit Noble from my balcony. Like,
That's it. Chances of bumping into him are much higher as well.
true.
Yeah. Best pump up song.
Maybe Girls in the Hood, Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah.
Yeah. And can you provide us with a dad joke, please? I'm excited for this, Rachel.
Okay. Why can't you hear the psychologist in the bathroom?
Why?
Because the P is silent.
That's so great. That needs to be whipped out in our training for sure. All right, I'm going to just go up and see if there's any questions being thrown your way. You have a lot of comments. You have a lot of comments. Can't wait to watch you back on court, Rach. That's nice. There's one in French, which I don't know what that means. Oh, there's a couple in French. I don't know what that means. Just a lot of comments, Rach. Oh, favorite famous artist. That could be music artist, maybe.
Maybe. Oh, don't know. I don't really have a favorite. I get obsessed with Brockhampton, and I've been obsessed for a long time, so we can go with them. Very juicy.
Pretty sure you went to go watch him perform and you ended up being by yourself just at the front singing all the words, right? Isn't that what you told me?
Yeah, I accidentally ditched Mish, who Jessie is watching this live stream, so she's probably watching too, and I accidentally ditched her, so she left and went home, and I was just by myself. And the concert, Brockhampton fans are 16 to 18-year-olds, so it was just me, all these underage kids.
Here you go. What's your favorite WNBA team to follow now?
Oh, I like watching the Aussie girls, but I still really have a soft spot for Minnesota, so I do watch them closely and always barrack for them. But yeah, I like watching Phoenix, obviously Aussie Connection, Seattle. They've been amazing to watch, so I like watching them all. I pretty much watch every game I can.
Yeah. Toughest player you've ever played against?
Probably Diana Taurasi, playing against her for Team USA, and that she is amazing and one of the greatest of all time, and just the things she can do. You think you keep her quiet for a little bit and then she'll just go off and you can't really do anything about it. She's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's it. She had a great final series as well, so she's just a gun.
How is she late 30s or whatever and still doing this? It's crazy.
That's it. You've had a few people write in, can you please do the kangaroo dance? I mean, if you want to show us, we'll be happy to see it. It'd be so great for everyone on a Sunday just to watch that a little bit. Come on now.
Oh my God. All right.
Oh, she's doing it.
Oh no, I don't know if I'm appropriately dressed. Okay. I've just got a crop top on, that's all. Okay,
You'll be
let's
see. Seeing it here first, guys.
Oh no, you want to see my face? Okay, because home amongst the gum trees, and then people doing a kangaroo. That's basically it, and they'd be in a circle clapping, and I'd be like, hello.
Would they get around you every time you do it?
Yeah, they loved it. It was funny.
That's so great.
I feel like there's a video somewhere, ESPN did a video on it or something. Not that, but the dance was in it.
We'll have to look it up for sure. Rachel, I really appreciate you coming on today, though. We're super happy to have you part of our team. It's going to be a great season this year, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Can't wait. Go the Flyers.
Yeah, come the Flyers. All right, thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful day today, and we'll see you next week. Woo!